Hey guys, this is Art. Welcome back for another video. I was trying to figure out how to do this video today. Okay. And the funny thing is that, okay, let's say for example, I'll just do it this way. Let's say for example, what my life used to be like. I get paid. Okay, here's my check, 2,100 bucks. After 2 weeks pay, my check was like $2,100. Okay. Uh, minus $230. Minus $230 for my phone bill because how you see that now, check that out. Student loan, almost 300 bucks. Goes down to here. Cable, because you always have to have cable. Technically, do you really have to have cable to watch TV? The answer is no, but the problem is for what everybody wants to do, you have to have cable. I usually watch on demand. So I had to have cable to watch the shows I watch on demand. Phone and all this other stuff. Now what happened is 1,300 bucks. This was like last year. And pretty much most of this year as well. Only paid three things. Plus a random medical bill. It's 1,200 bucks right there. So I went from $2,100 to $1,200. Now that means I have technically $600 each week because I get paid every other week. Not to live off of. Now, to me, that's pretty damn good. 600 bucks a week to live off of. Gas and all this other stuff. But then again, yeah, think about it. Before my car, it was like 40 bucks every 3 days. So, 2, 3, 4. That's like $160. That's with gas. Food probably be another 200 bucks for food, maybe. That includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and some other stuff in between, maybe. 800 bucks. Okay, so after all the stuff I basically did. This is for example. This is not how much I really got, but think about it. 800 bucks for 2 weeks. That's $400 a week. Okay, now think about it. $400 a week. That's pretty damn good. I mean, could you live off of $400 a week? Anybody could. That's after your bills are post part of your bill. That's only part of the bills. After part of the bills, everything else. Oh, I forgot. Insurance, which is 200 bucks back then. So that was like 600 bucks. So now think about it. That is 300 bucks. $300 a week. Now, to tell you the truth, can you live off of that? Anybody can live off of 300 bucks. That's just pure yours. Now think about this. When I was simping pretty bad, I probably gave about 300 bucks. So now that leaves $382. Divide that in half. That means I had $200 a week of discretionary money. So I went down from $600 to almost $200. From $300 a week to $100 a week. That's just on one check. That's how bad it is. Now think about it. Before, when I had 2 or 3 grand in the bank, that was still no big deal. Why? Because I had backup money. But after simping for so long, of course, that 2 grand, 2 to 3 grand in the bank just dwindle. Plus paying for that car, the old Jimmy, dwindled it even more, dwindled even more, dwindled even more. So then all of a sudden, sooner or later, I was running on a deficit. And when I said I was broke, to me, living off of $100 a week, discretionary money, that's scraping the bottom of the barrel. That was based upon my potential income. That's not necessarily the income I was making. I'm just using that as an example. Using my bills. So think about this. Think about what you get if you work a regular check. Think about the regular check that you get, minus all your bills, how you create your budget, and see that. Now imagine how much you spend on simping. You realize simping don't help you personally out. It makes things harder for you to live. The funny thing is that I look up and I was wondering why I'm struggling. I mean, it's like, shoot. Now, imagine like when I had the Jimmy, $300 over this to get this fixed, $200 to get this fixed. Now, imagine that getting rolled over and over again. So, right there, that's actual facts and figures, pretty much. Now, one day, true, that was me. That wasn't my regular check. That was me working tons of overtime. 10 to 15 hours a week overtime. So that means on average, I'm working 10-hour days. 10-hour days and 5 hours every week. Every Saturday. Every other Saturday. Not every Saturday, but every other Saturday. So here I am working my ass off. And I gave a good chunk of what I made, or what I had to live off, away to people who don't even deserve it. People who claim they give a shit about you, but guess what? Always have their hands out. Every time I turn around, I need money for this, I need money for that, I need money for this. And the funny thing is, sometimes I have to do things like this. I have to make that chart. I have to make that chart on a sheet of paper. Write out, okay, this is what I got. This is my check. This is bill. This is bill. This is bill. And write it all down. Then I realize, damn, this is how much I have. If this is how much I have, how come I have only this much? Because I was giving my shit away. And in my opinion, that hit me hard. So I'm pretty sure if you did that to yourself, you can see just think about it. After you pay all your bills, then think about all the money you spend. That's just money. To me, time is one thing. It just cuts down your own personal time. But the actual money that you actually shelling out, that's what I'm talking about. So every now and then, I suggest anybody, take your calculator, add up all your stuff, then figure out how much money you actually gave away. You'll be shocked and surprised, like how I was. And every now and then, every now and then, I still do this. Every couple months, I do this to see if I'm doing better or worse. Now, true, I cut out almost everybody. Almost everybody. They're technically, out of 7 to 8 people, I cut it down to 2. One, I'm trying to figure out a way how to get that one off. But that's going to take a little finesse and finance to do that. And I really don't want to do what I might have to do just to get rid of that thing, is because I bought this person a phone. And of course, I promise I'll pay you for it. So what happens, this woman is having a good use of a phone, not paying a damn dime. But then again, like I said, if I do what I want, if I do what I think I can do, in the next couple weeks I'll figure out if I can do it. That'll be taken care of. And then she can figure out, I had to take a loss on that phone, which is fine. Here's the thing. When you're simping, when you're simping or white knighting, you have to accept you're going to take a loss. Just like if you're in the sports, your team, when you take a loss, sometimes those losses, like for example, basketball is one thing. Basketball and hockey is one thing because you're playing like 100-some games. A loss here and there is not really going to hurt you. But sports like football, one loss is one or two losses is not so bad, but once you get into 3 to 4 losses, it's detrimental what you can do for the rest of the season. So that's my thought for today. If you want to, please leave a comment. Once you see this, please leave me a comment. Try it out before, leave a comment. Try to do the calculations out, figure out how much money you actually spent. Then give me a comment to see, wow, that's kind of sucked. That's kind of fucked up. Now think about it. When I had $300 a week, do you know what that could have done? Do you know what you could have done? Look at the possibilities what I could have done. I could have tried to spend $100 discretionary for myself for the week. Save that $200 for something in the future. Or I could buy a whole bunch of clothes, which I kind of need. Or I could use this to pay down some of my debts. I could use some of this extra money to pay off some of my debts. You could have done that. But other than that, that's just my thoughts. Leave me a message. Leave me a reply. Tell me I'm off. I don't care if it's negative. Just leave me a comment. But like I said, do the math. Before you comment, do the math. After you watch this, do the math. Then leave a comment. Then you'll see what I was talking about. Even though you might not, even though you already know it, but sometimes when you see things on paper, it hits home. So with that, I'm going to get ready to go work out. If I can actually manage to get out. I was about to go and I said, let me do this video real fast instead of waiting until later. But okay. Oh well. Talk to you later.